Hey everybody, John the Phone Guy here, and welcome to Watch Talk Wednesday. And we have Vic in the house, Smitten's in the house, and gonna do something a little bit different. So we're gonna bring a guest up and kind of talk about a watch collection, and kind of highlight some of the reasons of why this person likes the watches they do and different things like that. So hey Pappy, I'm gonna get a little sneak peek of what may be coming. So we're gonna bring in the watch cam. So this is the watch cam. Hey, good Pappy, hope you guys are a little warmer, but I doubt it. It's from what I hear, kind of chilly up there right now. But we have a little Magnum selection here. So we've got the Blue Label, we've got the Graffiti. Of course, we got the Punisher over here. We've got the Anatomic. This is the diamond one from the Cruise, and then this is gunmetal and rose. So kind of have a little bit of a theme here. So we have a guest going to be showing up here in just a little bit, and let me put this in the chat just in case. We need to make some changes. Which Sea Hunter debuted? I was getting ready for the show, so I haven't been watching. I know there's Invicta's on tonight on Chop HQ. I've been trying to get. Hey Rick, what's going on, buddy? Philly in the building, and oh, okay, the new Stingray strap. Awesome. Cool. So, hey, Nightwing, what's going on? Hope everyone's doing okay and staying warm. So, I won't beleaguer how warm it was today, because I know there's a lot of people in the Northeast that are pretty chilly and getting ready to get hit with some more snow apparently. So I guess Mother Nature is playing catch up. So, and we have our green room contestant getting ready. So let's bring in the man of the hour right here. So hold on one second. Hey buddy, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I thought I'd bring a couple friends with me to the show here.
Yeah, well, those are pretty cool friends you got.
I know you probably got. I know you got this one. I'm pretty sure you have this one. And I know you have that one. You have the Blue Label?
I do, but I don't have the bracelet version. I have the regular strap.
The strap. And I know you've got a bunch of Anatomics.
I do. Those are upstairs. I'm trying to flip my camera around, but for some reason I can't flip it around.
That's all right.
Well, I'm trying to. I can't reverse it, but let's see.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
No, what do you see here? Wait.
Yeah, let me see if I can get this. If I can change the orientation of who's where.
Well, I don't have to show you the slide. I'll just pick them up, I guess, because I thought I could reverse it so it could go backwards, but for some reason it's not allowing me to go back.
Yeah, that's all right. I need to get out of full screen here. All right, what did I do? Okay, there we go.
Let's see.
Let me.
Oh, there we go.
You get the watch cam out of the way, and
Here we go. I got it now. But anyway, this was my first purchase. This is what started it all. Right here. So that was pretty cool. And that's what started the madness for me, really. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. Sorry, I was trying to readjust here.
That's good.
I'm still learning StreamYards here.
All right. Well, I'll just keep showing.
Yeah. No.
This was my first graffiti at the time, which you had gotten first. It's pretty cool. I mean, the dial on this with the colors is just
the blue, green, and the yellow around, and
really neat.
That one's really cool.
And obviously the Cruise diamond, the Cruise diamond one, right there.
Yeah, you scored that one before all of us on the ship. So
yeah, I did. I remember chatting with you on WhatsApp saying, the price is active is $287 or $289.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like trying to muscle my way through the crowd to get to trap, and I was like, "Bro, the thing's already live. We're standing in line. I could just be doing this thing on my phone." He's like, "What?"
Yeah. And then I went like kind of diamond bezel crazy. This is
the black mother of pearl,
black mother of pearl with the chrome, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I mean, if I had to take one, this one's gorgeous, man, with the rose gold and the brown mother of pearl. Just a bit of advice: pop the crown on these little I lost the train of thought. The little movements, because it will definitely save the battery life on it. So make sure you pop your crowns on those.
Yeah, I think they're like, if it's a normal battery, like the main movement's like 3 years. I think untouched, it's only like 2 on the small ones. I probably need to go through half of these and check to make sure whether the batteries are dead or not. So
I got 3 that are out. I'm just gonna wait for the main movements to do both.
Yeah.
This is my other diamond. This is just a platinum. I'm not sure if it's coming up good on screen there, but platinum with diamond. And then this was my last diamond on here. More of the black bezel.
Oh yeah, that black really makes the black inlay really makes the diamonds really pop out really good.
Yeah, it really does. It's pretty cool. And obviously, Grail diamond. I mean, not diamond, but my Grail watch of all my watches is obviously
tourbillon. Yeah.
I mean, I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, if I had to keep one watch, obviously this would be it.
Right.
I mean, incredible. And then obviously, I'm about sets, as you know, and here's my Legardo sets. Again, unique, never done on Legardo before, and the dial with the numerics instead of just the blocks.
Oh right, that's super cool. Hey Kyle, welcome in.
Yeah, man, and I can't see the chat, but hey, how you doing, guys? I got the tablet on one end. Yeah, and Janet got me the green version.
Okay. With black, is that black dial?
No, it's a green. It looks black, but it's more like a dark army green. It's like just darker shade of green than that.
Right.
And then for a fantastic deal to end the set, I got the black version through Invicta stores for only $149. Wow. And I wasn't gonna pass that up. Not to get that.
Yeah.
Now this next one, some people argue, not me. It's different. It's a one-off. I got the Diver Magnum.
Right.
Subtle. Obviously, the big change is the circle and the rotating bezel. More of a diver look, but I mean, at the end of the day, it still has all the, it's got the secondary time zone. It's got the bolts here. It's kind of got the same, the same curvature to it.
Structure, yeah.
Right. I mean, would I get another one? Probably not. I mean, I'm glad it was just a one-off. And then
Thanks,
and then the graffiti's just,
Oh yeah.
Just.
I mean, some some of the colors that they're able to get and combinations are amazing. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And the things that the good thing about graffitis is, I mean, they're not limited edition, but they really are, because there is not one of them that's going to be the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Right. It's unique in itself.
Mm-hmm.
That was the blue, and then I grabbed the red.
Red. Yep.
The red. Had to grab the red. Then I finished that set, and then they came out with the gunmetal.
Oh yeah.
Or combat version, because it's completely grayed out here. With the black second timepiece and a different. I like that the clasp here is in silver, like on these here. The clasp is silver. Here the clasp matches the frame.
Right.
The bezel.
Yeah, that's really sweet. I love when they do some coordination like that you just don't expect until you get the whole thing as a whole. Yeah.
And this was the gold version, which I got for a very excellent price. I think I got this for $150. I had a credit, and then it was a price drop because this one debuted at a higher price.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And for all those, would complain about the 50 slot trays. That's all I did. I cut out a little piece of felt. It's not the perfect cutout, but this little thing, I just cut it out, and this way they don't scratch. And
yeah, it keeps especially on bracelets, it keeps the buckle from sliding around on that hard plastic.
Yeah. So this is tray one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that's not the total tray count, but
no,
that's definitely the top tray.
Yeah, I'm over 31. If you want, I can go up and grab the other tray while you talk to the rest of the people in the chat. I can do that.
Yeah, I can. So I'll go through while you're doing that. I'll bring mine back, these 6 that I got right here, and I'll kind of go through them a little bit more while you grab that.
All right, you're gonna be seeing darkness for a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I'll pull you down, and then I'll see you back there, and I'll bring you back up. So with that, and let me just kind of move these around here, so I can kind of get this. So this is the blue label on the bracelet, so you can kind of see all of the blue label color and all that. And I made sure, because I knew Vic was coming, that last night I set all of my date and times. So I knew I had the popo on me. So I had to make sure all my dates and time were right. Of course, this is the gunmetal and gold, and it's got the detail on the 1042, and I love how they do like this little accent where the cable or the bar system is done offset, and of course you've got your crown and function pusher in the coordinating color, and of course, like I say, they did the diver clasp in the rose gold. So I love when they do those little details. This is obviously the cruise, the very first. I want to say it's the first. I know it's the first diamond Magnum that did. They did that on the 2018 cruise, and of course, it's in the strap and everything. This one, and it was funny because, of course, this is the graffiti that Vic was talking about, and you can see some of the colors on here. What's unique about this is I think it's either this or I've got a blue one that it's the first time that they actually put an actual cable on a bolt, which traditionally that's one of the mainstays. But yeah, like we were talking about, the color, you've got the subdial at the 6 is in yellow, hands are in blue. You've got the green hand at your second hand sweeping around, and also down there at the 30-minute chronograph. So that's that guy. This was one of the first anatomics. I liked this black and clear, I think, and the clear silicone. I thought that was just, really popped off there. And of course, being, Punisher, I had to have this one, and some of the details on this Punisher are pretty wild. You've got the cylinder at the 9 o'clock. Let's see if I can get this thing focused. You got the big Punisher skeleton head right there, and all of that. Hey, Travis, welcome, and all the details here. So that one's super cool, and even to the point. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, they even put the Punisher logo on the small one, so super cool from that standpoint. So that's those that I had right here, and I see Vic's back. So let me pull him back up here in a second.
I am back. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I could see you down there.
All right.
So let me.
All right. So obviously that's the first case. Just for a recap.
Yep.
And here's my second case. Hey, everybody knows right now. You have this one too. This one is simply.
Yeah. I was just going through and showing them as talking about. I love how they did all of the contrasting rose gold, like on the crown and function pusher, even down to the diver clasp is done
right.
in rose gold. Yeah,
right.
Super, super cool.
I mean, incredible. And like I said in the chat, they definitely need to bring back in a different variation more of the Marvel Magnums.
Yes. Yeah.
Just incredible. I mean, this is, to me, is all blue label except for obviously the dial, which is obviously Captain America.
Right.
But I mean, a new Marvel variation would be crazy.
Yeah, really would. I was even showing my Punisher, and just, I mean, I've got quite a few Punishers, but the amount of details that they put on the dial really is amazing for the character and everything. I mean, it's just all. I mean, it's not just in one spot. It's just it's all, the whole dial just encompasses. Yeah, like you've got the shield on the 1042 and all of that. It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's insane, and even on the one movement there, and again, one of my favorite is the shack. I mean, the diamonds that are around the 6 o'clock bezel.
Mm-hmm.
They're subtle, but it just with the dark blue. I don't know if it plays well on the live, but the dark blue dial, and again the buttery blue labelish type band.
Right. Right.
And being a shack and limited edition, I definitely was going to grab that. And the diamonds just give it a little pop that, makes that watch stand out. And then this was the blue label, obviously, but mine's with a strap. But I tried to get the bracelet from any of my blues, like the Captain America, because it would match perfectly.
Right.
They're a little bit insane with their prices. For the because this would work perfectly.
Yep.
But they cost more than a watch.
Even to order, like I looked at one time to order a replacement on a Magnum bracelet. So it's almost like, I think it's like close to $200.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
I mean, it's crazy.
My Anatomics. This is the one that I just got recently. The one that came in its own special case.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, Janet got the white mother of pearl. I got the black one.
Mm-hmm.
The infamous Skype and show, which right now I have black. I got black and yellow on right now.
Yep.
Still soured me a whole lot when they dropped it to $99.
Yeah, and then I can feel you. Hey, keep going. I'm going to grab something real quick too myself.
Yeah. I was really soured. I was going to do the Invincible upgrade because I got the Invincible upgrade on that. But then they never answered me. And Invincible update, it's like you have to do a shipping ticket first, thinking like you're going to return the watch. But I didn't want to do that because I wasn't sure if it was going to cancel out the Invincible and them thinking they were getting the watch back. And this is the first Anatomic that I got. Doesn't change out. It's just one of the first Anatomics that came out. So that's that right there. And What else? What else can I show? This is a sweet Magnum in itself with a nice dark blue dial. Nice bracelet version. I got about half and half, I guess, bracelets and straps. Pretty cool. And then John just did a show on this one, but this one's a little bit different because obviously it's on a bracelet and it's a reserve and it's the Z 60. But again, this was John did a one similar to this on his spec video. I think last week it was maybe.
Yeah, Star Wars week. Yeah,
it was last week.
Yep.
But again, a little different because obviously on a bracelet, and it's just a little different type movement. But all in all,
I really wish I'd have grabbed those because it is on the bracelet and it's a reserve and it's in the Ronda series. The ones I picked up weren't. I mean, I think the dial facers are the same, but you know,
right. They are.
If I had my options, I probably would have gone with that because I just, I like the reserve lines.
I mean, believe it or not, I got this one, and I think Trap got his.
Yeah.
Invictus stores. Take a guess.
129.
No, close. 149.
149.
And then, I mean, this right here, the gunmetal with the white mother of pearl and rose gold.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You can't touch the bracelet because there's prints all over it, which annoys the shit out of me. Sorry for the curse word. But the watch itself is just simply incredible. And I just got its sister or brother in the all rose. The good thing about this one was free because I had a gift card. So this one didn't cost me anything. Yeah. So that's that. I mean, these are all, I got two other Magnums upstairs, but this is the bulk of it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
you were away, but this was the first Thomas they came out with.
Yeah.
So I got that.
I was just gonna while you're doing that, I was gonna
yeah. And I think you have this one. Don't you have this one? I could sworn you did. The blue with the
blue with the chrome. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you got that one.
That. And then of course I needed to bring in, Smitten picked up the purple.
Yeah.
When we were at the store the other day. So
that's a sweet one.
That's her Magnum.
Janet has that purple, but without the purple dial, so she wants to get the purple dial one now. Because her purple is just the strap and the bezel. I mean, the case without the purple dial, because her dial is white mother of pearl.
Oh, okay.
But, so that's 29 of them. I got two more upstairs, another case. I'm gonna I'll grab those another night. But it's not Magnum Vic has other pieces. I mean, obviously.
No.
I mean, Chaos from the Cruise R150.
Yeah, Chaos R150.
Yeah, I mean,
two-tone.
Two-tone. I got the Coalition Force
with the
sandstone and diamond.
Yeah.
Vic's collection is pretty expansive.
Yeah, I love that sandstone. I've got sandstone in two. I've got it on that Damascus that came with sandstone.
Yeah.
Right up on the camera.
Yeah. That's great.
And then I also got it in that same one that you have, the Excursion with the diamonds around the bezel.
Right.
So, yeah.
So anyway, that's the Magnum Vic collection.
Yeah, man. No, that's I mean, you've probably got more Magnums than, and I'd almost put money on it. You got more than I have Venoms. I think I'm around 30.
I'm 31. Yeah, so you'd have to give your Venom count, but I'm at 31.
Yeah, I'm close. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's just great. I mean, it's just a great collection, and obviously Magnums dominate my collection. I know it might bother some people, but again, your collection's your collection, and
right.
Whatever
And, you
puts a
know,
smile on your face, puts a smile on your face, you know?
to me, and this is, I mean, this is probably one of the biggest things that I, you know, I know that you and I are pretty much the same, and most everybody here. It's one of the biggest things that I like about Invicta in general is it's not just a round 42 millimeter dial with something on it. Like
Right.
it's just very different.
Yeah. It's completely different. I mean, I'll just grab anyone here. I mean, I'll do a front now because my camera's changed. I mean,
Yeah.
just everything about it
Yeah.
screams different. And
Yeah.
there isn't one watch in the collection that
Mhm.
Invicta has that comes close to looking like a Magnum. And maybe that's what the allure is with me.
Yeah.
You know, I got to be honest. I didn't fall in love with it right away. I didn't like the flat tire design when I first saw the watch.
Mhm.
If I'm going to be honest, I'm like, then I kept watching presentation and kept watching them, and they brought out different ones, and I'm like, you know what? Let me get one. I kind of like that yellow, the first one I showed you, and I
Yeah.
said, what the worst is going to happen? If I take it home and I don't like it, and then once I had it on my wrist, that was it, and it became Magnum, City, and my goal now is to get them in sets. I mean, look, people say, well, why, why? And that's because that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm going
Right.
to do.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
they are
I mean,
different in their own self.
There's people that collect buttons and bottle caps, and I mean, the collection is your collection, and it means something because it's yours. So I mean,
Right.
so I mean, and I think that's what's so unique about Invicta as a collection, as a collector. So I see. So Tanya's in. Hey Tanya. Hey Dickerson.
What's up, everyone?
I saw something about Pappy and a Punisher comic. Yeah, hit me up on IG, Pappy, and we'll work something out. That would be super cool to add to the collection for sure. So thank you. But yeah, I mean, like Trap. I mean, Trap's a big pro diver, grand diver. I mean, that's his thing. He really likes those kind of watches. I have a few of them. I know I don't have nearly as many as he does, but that's what's so unique about it is everyone has their own level of what they like, and some people are like, I don't want to go any bigger than 52, and I don't want to go any smaller than this or that. I mean,
right.
I do know that, and I really do hope that that the women collectors, and I know that there's a lot of women collectors that rock out with full blown Magnums and Sea Hunters and everything else. But I think, and I hope that as things progress and they get more, they give the women's watches a little bit more sophistication in doing like R150 movements or Solida, those kind of things. Because I mean, there's a lot of women collectors. I mean, the women's group out on Facebook, I mean, they're huge. And I mean, just like us, I mean, when we first started, I know for me personally, I mean, I knew a little bit about watches. I mean, just, very basic. And so you kind of look at a watch and you're like, oh, I like the way that looks, and then you get one or two, and then you're looking at it and you're like, well, that's kind of neat. And then you see an automatic and you're like, oh, well, that's really cool. I like that idea. And then you step up to some of the, the better movements, more accuracy, all those kind of things. And it's a progression. I mean, it's like, not everybody can, go out and drop, 5K on, on a watch. You kind of, as your collection grows, your tastes grow and all of that. And I mean, that's what's so amazing about, Invicta as a whole is you really get an experience of, there's so many things for so many different people's collections based on either, your budget for whatever it is, you either can or can't or whatever. And that's not to say any slight to anyone that can't buy one. I mean, life is life, and you have to take care of things that are more important. I mean, watches are a nice to have, and they're fun, and it's a conversation piece. But I mean, family and all that so much more important. But I mean, it's.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well said, man. I mean, look, the good thing with Invicta, I mean, Janet would like to see more. She's aching for a woman's Magnum. I'm like, it might be rough because of the smaller movement, unless they take that smaller movement out and, do something for the ladies. I said, I don't think you get any smaller than that movement there.
Yeah, not that I've seen. I mean, I've looked up, like Rhonda and some of their small movements. In fact, there was and for people who've been on the cruise, I'm sure you've seen it. There's the gentleman, I think it's the Johnsons or something. They all wear like bib overalls and everything. And he actually, back in the day, he had a watch ring, and I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in the size of like a 1042. So I don't know that you can really get much tighter with everything and still make it, function,
Right.
So
yeah, but like you said, I mean, Invicta's got something there for everybody. I mean, look, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but
no. I mean,
you don't want a big watch. You can get a nice, S1. I mean, I think it's 48 millimeter. I mean, you can do that, and you can, they have obviously Pro Divers. Show me the yank one out now. I think this is a 47 millimeter Pro Diver. I got that in Spider-Man.
I know this is a Punisher, but this is just a 48 mil DNA. I mean,
right. Right.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not nearly as large or heavy or all that. But it's got a uniqueness that's really interesting. So
yeah. No, yeah. Look, it is what it is. Like I said, you got collectors who collect. I mean, you got Venom Kevin, who's a strictly mostly Venom guy, and you're a Venom heritage guy, but you also have a lot in between. That's great. You got trias, you got trias. I'm glad you didn't bring that one out. Yeah. You had one last night. I said, any trades? I think which one were you talking about?
Lord, I don't even remember now. It was something. So Travis had a question about would you buy a Magnum if they? Sorry, I got to scroll up a little bit.
That's okay. I'm trying to look at the chat.
If they did it on a Stingray strap, or did I miss it and they've already done it? I don't.
No, they haven't done it, Travis.
I've not seen a Stingray strap. In fact, the Stingrays, the first ones I had seen, I mean, I'm sure there's probably some vintage collectors that have been around a while. I know they used to do exotics, alligator and stuff like that, and probably did Stingray. Right. That Pro Diver with the interchangeable is the first Stingray strap that comes to mind. So I would probably jump on a.
I would.
I think you would need to definitely look at it, because I mean it's going to be like an anatomic, so you're definitely going to have to get something substantial just to be able to hold it on.
Or it could be, or it could be like this. They could, look, if you could take off the legato piece. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the camera's in the back.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but so it would need to be a good thick piece like that. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's hard here, but you see across, you can take the Largado off and it's just a regular strap. So I absolutely think it can be done. Oh,
absolutely.
It could be done. Will they do it? Who knows? Can they do it? I'm sure they could do whatever they want. But yeah, Travis, if it's something Magnum and it's new and different, you can take it to the bank. Shape or form, I'm getting it.
I won't have to worry about it. My phone will be buzzing the moment he finds it on the watch or something. Be like, bro, it's coming.
Right. I mean, like, I look, this one was haunting me. I finally got it. So if this can be done, Anything else they come out with, can be achieved. But no, I think, look, sky's the limit. I mean, you could do, it's got a big enough dial surface.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can do.
I think that's what's so unique about the Magnum too, is you have such the ability for big dial play, that you can do a lot of mother of pearl and really get to see it. You can really play with meteorite and diamond and all of that.
Yeah, you can.
Especially if you go with an auto, because you really get such a big space to work with, or you can alternate with sub dials if you want to do it that way. So Rico is an Akula guy. 6 of those, 6 Magnums.
You mean like this, Rico?
Yeah, that Prestige. That's a nice one.
Yeah, this is a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah, variety. Yeah, I totally agree, Rico. I mean, I try now. I mean, like I say, there's certain ones that I probably lean towards. I will lean towards a Venom first. If it's a Punisher, I don't care what it's in. I will get it. I mean, I'm just going to get it. I really do enjoy the blue labels. But there are some that I don't have. I mean,
how many are you up to now, John?
It depends on when it hits too. I mean, depending on, how bad your value pays are, whether you want to, jump on that, that next value pay when it hits. But yeah.
Right. How many blue labels you up to now?
About 22, I think. Something like that. Yeah. I got 2 8 slots, and then I've got a third 8 slot, and I can't remember how many's in it.
I think I'm at 15. I think. And I wanted to get the Herc one too, and that may come. I may get that before this event ends. The Herc blue label.
I was looking at that one. I'm kind of torn right now. I may grab it.
I mean, it also comes with that. It also comes with that box too. That nice little 6 case box.
Yeah. That I like that. I will say, I've been a little bit picky here lately. I haven't jumped on too many. I did grab, and like I say, like you say, Magnums weren't really your cup of tea when they first came out. No. I really was not a big fan of the Herc when it came out. There was just something about it. It just kind of threw me. And up until we went to the new store at Perimeter, and actually they had the silver with rose gold chain and a bracelet, but then it also had 3 interchangeable straps. And once I actually put it on and looked at it, I really liked that color combination enough that I'm like, you know what, I'm going to jump on this one. And I grabbed that. So I may look at more of those. Like I have the 8040N in the Kraken, but I have not jumped on the, what's the one with the chain that just
Gladiator?
Gladiator. So I've kind of held on the Gladiator only because in the same vein as like the Sabaquanoma 7 and the Herc when they first
dropped. Hey, look, I waited on the Sand 7. I wanted it from launch. I just couldn't pull it at that time, pull the trigger at that time.
Yeah.
And guess what? I got 4 now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got the Meteorite one. I got the one that came out at launch, the Meteorite one, for $224, I think. Remember that night, me and Trap got the same one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Rose Gold version of it when Kendi got me on that one.
Right.
Then the Blue Label.
Okay.
And then I got the JT for another great price. And look, if you wait, see, the thing is, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to wait. Like I didn't want to wait for, which one is it? I didn't want to wait for this when I Skyped in. I didn't want to wait. I was Skyping in. It was a launch. It was brand new. Who knew then that it was gonna drop to $99? Who knew? Nobody. If I knew that, I would have bought it. I would have waited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have waited, but
Yeah.
you know, look, I didn't. It's in the collection. It's mine. And look, I got the Jim Lee Batman for one something. You paid what? Almost close to 300 for it when it first came out. Do you remember?
I bought it the night that they were at Comic-Con, and yeah, I want to say it was Trap. What's up? I want to say it was probably it was like $2.99 or $3. It was up there.
I think I got it for $129.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I mean,
it happens. You know, it happens. And I'm gonna let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna give my mic a turn, my camera a turn around just to where people came in. And
Rico was here talking about Trap. Was not a big fan of the Hurt, and now he's got a few of them. Trap just jumped in, and so yeah, that's I'm telling you. You know, like I say, I don't have as many Magnums as you do, but I can absolutely agree and appreciate the overall design that comes with it. I mean, you know, it's like you say, it's something that when you walk up to somebody and you see a Magnum on their wrist, there's no question what it is.
Right.
You know, question. It's not, oh, what is that? And they have to turn it and then show you what it is before you even, and you've got to be like within, 2 feet. I mean, right. you can tell a Magnum from across the room, literally. So, right.
I mean, and not to sound like a broken record. I mean, the uniqueness of the Magnum to me is what gets me, because again, look, this watch here, this one is Speedway Bolts, Speedway.
Yeah.
You can find this kind of combination and watch on a lot of their watches. And like with the S1s, but with the Magnum, there's nothing. There's nothing that's got, you can say, geez, they're kind of copying off the Magnum a little bit. Like even with the Gladiator, just gorgeous. Mm-hmm. But the Gladiator you can kind of see Thunderbolt in there.
Yeah.
You can see Herc in there. It's got different variations of watch in there, and even doesn't the Kraken have like a sub-aqua type feel bracelet to it with the scales? Am I correct on that?
Oh my God,
I think it does, right?
Yeah, it has. Is it a Venom like? No.
No, I think it's like a sub-7 type feel. It's got like the scale type thing. I mean, that's my point. I mean, a Magnum is a Magnum, and it's, and again, I didn't fall in love right away. I just didn't. And when I got the first one in, and that was it. That's what got me. And then Trap didn't help with his enabling with the Magnums. Now he's in the room. He knows what I'm talking about. Don't you, Trap? Don't you, Trap? I can't see the chat, so I don't know if he's talking or not. But man, look, that's my love, and I enjoyed coming on. So I don't know if you want to get somebody else on, or
it was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it, and for anybody that is up for that, and wants to we can if I've got some watches that we can feature and talk about, absolutely. I mean, I think this is, right here, sitting here talking about all of this is what makes Invicta what it is to us.
Right.
To me,
yep.
It is all of the things that go. You see what he posted.
Yeah, whatever. Just read that. Whatever. Yeah, he knows. He knows what he's talking about. Yeah, man. It's like you said. Look, it's this watch that brought me and you, Christy, Travis, Tamika, everyone else in the chat, and now for everyone else in the chat, we have never met face to face. Me, John, Trap, Christy, Tamika, never met face to face. And I love these guys like they're my real brothers and sisters, and it's. And who would have thought that a watch would have done that?
Yeah.
It started with, I always had a love for Invicta. I would watch the shows. I just, look, life gets in the way. You can't do what you couldn't do financially. And then I could start, and things got better. And, then I started watching your Instagram, your drawers, and I'm like, look at this guy's drawer setup. That's insane. That's incredible. And it all started from that. That's how I started. That's how I met with you. And then, and everything else became, fell in line. And Trap was next, and everybody else was next.
Yeah.
And, all this great friendship with everybody, it started with the watch. And I don't think any other watch brand does that. I don't think, I mean, sure, you have your Rolex people, and I'm sure, but it's not the same. You're not going to, I mean, look, I haven't even been on a cruise yet. We're dying to go on the first cruise.
Yeah.
John and I are dying to go on. We can't wait.
This next one, I mean, so we missed the first one in 17. We went 18, and so yeah, my dad. So just for this is what Pappy said. So the drawer system, my dad, because he's a big woodworker, he's got all the tools. So he made the wooden box and the bottom to it. The inserts and all of that is what I did, and I've made some videos about how I've done that. It's painstaking. I've gotten better. I think the very first one I did was probably the biggest one. It was that 60 slot. That probably took me in total time, oh Lord, probably 18 hours of construction time. I mean, because I was literally figuring it out as I went.
Yeah. I thought I could have sworn you did a video on that, and
I did. I did another one. So I did a video in that 45 slot that I did later on, and oh man, you canceled on the cruise. Oh well, like I say, this next one, they better get a really big boat. Is all I'm saying. They better have one big friggin' boat, because I think as many people that we've talked about the cruise, all the people that missed the cruise and are like wanting to bring more people with them that didn't get to the cruise the last time, it is going to be crazy. I'd say we're probably looking at if definitely probably do the back-to-back. So we'll probably do the post after the cruise.
That because we've already done it. Jen and I have already talked about that. I said we're definitely going to do. I mean, look, we're Disney cruisers. If the chat doesn't know, we've been on 11 of those, and they're fantastic. I mean, don't let the Disney name scare you. What Disney does is incredible. But I've never been on an Invicta cruise as Janet, but that's going to be our week trip that year. That's all. We missed one Disney cruise. It's not going to kill us. And we're definitely going to do the back-to-back, where the first 4 days will be madness and Invicta crazy, and then the next 3 days we'll just chill by the pool.
Yeah, exactly.
With a drink in our hand,
hot tub, and buy the rum and tequila bar on the Lido deck. I'll be camped out
and just enjoy and just reminisce and just connect even more as people and have a blast with it. So we really can't wait. We hope it's soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still hoping for a September Disney cruise. I'm not sure if that's. Hopefully, it's going to happen. I mean, I think they're only canceled.
We're of the same vein. We've got something that we're looking at in September, and really hoping to make it. And so getting back to Elwin's question, I saw that steamer trunk. I didn't see the presentation because I was kind of busy getting set up here and kind of missed it.
Cool.
Did they show like how big, like will it handle a Sea Hunter or a Grand Octane, or did they go into the internals of how big it is? I read the numbers, but without knowing the orientation.
They got some bigger pieces in there. I mean, they were overhanging. It wasn't like sitting in there nicely.
Mm-hmm.
like the crown was hitting like on the 50 slot cases, somehow the crowns of the Grand Octanes, hit. I think it's more for your, I would say 52, the largest maybe.
Okay.
Hey, and if that's the case,
I got 1K in the green room. Hold on. He's got to fix his hat. All right, hold on. You ready? Y'all good?
Me? Okay. Am I ready?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, look at this. Oh man, look at this. Look what we got now.
No.
Now we got a party. We got Yoda Vision has graced us with his enabling force. And he's joined the party.
Yeah. What's good? What's happening?
What's going on, man?
No, man, we're just talking about Magnums.
Who cares about Magnums? They're boring.
Don't make me call you at the end of this show.
Yeah.
You know I will.
He's going to contact your probation officer.
Please don't. Please.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Is that the rose gold one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her. She loved that watch too.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to you guys talk, man, and it just never ceases to amaze me how our relationships just came to be. I got a show that's coming out tomorrow that's actually going to elaborate about that. Like I'm doing watch reviews like tomorrow, but it's going to be a watch review that I've never done before. It's going to be different, and it's going to incorporate like the relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because when you if you look at Tudor or Rolex, Patek, Patek, or however you want to pronounce it, when they do those watch reviews, they always talk about the dimensions, they talk about the fit finish, and they talk about the money spent on it. But the one thing that Invicta can do well past that is all the relationships and the bonding and the collaborations. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just thinking about this, and I'll just go ahead and spill the beans on it. This is one that I'm going to talk about, and I know you guys talk. I did not like these at first. I'm telling you, they did not strike me. I was like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But then, over time, I'm like, okay, I really started liking them. And this one it doesn't have the lion on the back, but it's a Herc, right? So you got that going on. Plus, you got it's a Roger Good piece. You know what I'm saying? It's a good puppy. So like you have dual meaning to this. And how many people rushed out to get this watch just to say I got it, have a conversation with somebody else, waiting to get on the cruise? Because y'all remember this time last year, you were getting your last pieces before you jumped on that boat.
Yeah.
Like my on Facebook always brings up your memories.
Right.
And it was like my memory popped up. I bought 4 watches yesterday. I bought 4 watches to go on the cruise. You know what I'm saying? Against, like my probation officer, like you better not.
You're always buying 4 watches. You're buying 4 watches a night, so that's nothing different.
Hey man,
listen. So it's funny because you're talking about that Herc. Remember when we were down, when you came down and we did the thing at Lenox, and that was when they first came out, and I remember sitting there and looking at them. I'm like, no.
I was with you, man. I was like,
yeah. I mean,
I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
And then Janet got me one for early birthday present.
Yeah.
She opened it up and she's like, "Listen, you're going to be 54 years old. Just take it now." I'm like, "I'll take it now." You know what I mean? I'm not gonna deny a watch. And I tell you what, I fell in love right away.
Yeah.
With the different system and I could put the silicone straps on it to change up the look of it. So I basically got 4. You want to say 4 different versions in one shot? But I may grab that. I think Janet might have, but I think I'm going to grab that Herc Blue Label.
Blue Label.
Before
I was looking at it, and I mean, I looked at that, and then I went to my app, and then I went to VP Manager, and then I looked at that, and I looked back at the watch, and I looked at VP Manager. I'm like, maybe not.
Hey, you could have 102
Woo!
That's crazy.
That is epic. Hey,
That's-
one second. I gotta grab. It's getting warm in the
that's
studio here.
insane, but look, I'll probably grab it eventually. I mean, I don't know if
Oh,
I'm
I'll
sure.
probably grab it eventually. Yeah, definitely.
That thing is nice, man. Like, and I know you just showed your magnums and stuff like that, man. For me, like I've always liked the pro divers, man, the grand divers. I love them, man. So like this is actually my very first 54 millimeter. And
yeah,
dude, I love that one. And Victor Ryan talked me into this one right here. I haven't, and like this was actually, I'm gonna do a rating on this one because if you see it has the actual function pushers.
You want divers? I got divers.
Oh yeah, like so the subdials are in the micro.
Right. So you have to get the toothpick to actually get them to work.
I think I just did one of Smitten's watches, not this week, maybe last week. I think it was the one with the Tanzanite, and all the subdials were all micro adjust buttons. Like there was nothing to do on the outside. Everything was toothpick.
Yes, that was Sunday.
Okay, that was Sunday.
I love that design.
Yeah,
it is so cool.
It because it's different. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You got 3 different subdials, all different functions, but yet you only see one crown. You're like, from just looking at it, you're like, okay,
right.
Where am I doing? Where am I doing these adjustments? I actually had to stop that video and restart it because I looked at it and I got lost and I was like, oh damn it.
I think wasn't that the video where you lost audio halfway through?
Huh?
I think you lost audio.
That was the Millennium Falcon when I went to the scope. Somehow
you lost audio. I'm watching. I'm like, listen. I'm like, hey John, did you listen to watch your last video? You know why? There's no audio. Once you go to the scope, you lost audio.
Yeah.
So I pulled that video down and reposted it. So I was so mad. I hope it didn't show up on the video. I was re-recording that thing at midnight. I was just like, and the worst thing is no matter what I did, I couldn't just fix that one piece. I reshot the whole thing front to back. So I went back, set the time to what it was when I did the first one, and then went back through and did it again. I was like, okay, never doing that again. I am checking audio on every piece because what it is when you're under the digital microscope, there's no audio. So I run the iPad that's running the scope, and then I plug in to my phone, and then I run voice memo at the same time. So I'm talking through my phone, and then the video is being recorded on my iPad, and then in iMovie, I smash them together. Well, I did that, but when I made the big video, I forgot, and I grabbed the first one that didn't have any audio, and I'm just going through, the motions, how you get, when you're editing, because you get so used to, okay, that goes there, that goes there, pop, 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 pop. Never even looked to see if it had audio on. And then Vic hits me up, hey bro, do you know there's no audio? And I was like, come on. No. And I grabbed my pad and I'm like spinning through it, and I'm like, I was just like, oh my God. I thought I was gonna lose it, but
that's the point of being a content creator though, bro.
It is. I mean, I have to say, I mean, for everyone that, out there that's content creators and goes through all of it, generally I would say I probably edit the least. I mean, I know you edit a ton just because, I mean, sound effects and different clips coming in, and I'm just like, so just, behind the scenes. So what I do is kind of behind the scenes. So I get the camera and I set it up for this shot, and I record the intro, stop it, put the watch on, shoot the outro, go to the microscope, shoot that, record the audio, turn the table around, and then shoot the bench all in one shot, and then smash it all together.
I like your new delivery where you now go real quick. You go real quick with the watch. I like to do quick delivery.
Yeah, I like this. Hey everybody, your tour guide here. Like, man, can we get out of here? And
you know what? I'm working on a logo, and I think I'm gonna have a phrase. I'm definitely gonna do a shirt with like humble tour guide.
Right. Humble tour guide.
I think we need some more Yoda Vision material. That's personally speaking.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Your own personal. Yeah, who are you looking around at? What are you looking around at? Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, listen, man. I got 10 watches in my whole collection, bro.
So look, you're saying that Tungsten Pro Diver's coming up at 10 tonight, or now.
Yeah, Kendi just came. I'm looking at Kendi right now.
Okay.
Oh, well, I
don't have a spare TV in the studio, but
yeah. Well, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
Been fun. It's been real.
Hey, Vic, did you get your bolt before you go? Is yours still processing your graffiti?
Still processing.
Okay.
It's February. You know what's funny? I ordered the excursion last night, February 18th arrival. Mm-hmm. I ordered the X-Wings, the bolt, this bolt graffiti, and the Lupa, February 23rd, ETA. So I'm getting the excursion before those three. So it's I think it was an advanced order.
Yeah, I've seen that in the last day or so. Whoo! Pappy just posted the price.
Yeah, $8.99.
Wow.
$8.99.
What's the movement?
$150.
$150. Sandstone dial.
Tungsten sandstone.
But you got one though, John, don't you?
I have that mixed tungsten ceramic stainless. That one that kid brought in to the store.
Yeah.
And then Smitten got it for me. I have that one, but it's not 100% tungsten. It's partial. Right. So it's heavy, but it's not as heavy as it could be because it's not tungsten top to bottom. So like in the middle links, it's ceramic, so that lightened it up some. And then I think the case body, I think, is stainless. So it kind of offsets, but whoo.
Yeah, it's expensive,
bro. $8.99, and it looked like it. I mean, it's sandstone dial, but it looked black.
Right.
It looked like completely midnight.
Is it LE?
I didn't
see that. I
don't think it was.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna tell you what though, that there was a Jason Taylor S1 with the S1 case, and it had like the gemstones and sandstone dial finish all over the case. That one, I think that was a good buy. Ooh.
353 grams.
Oh, Trap, look away.
Oh my.
Look away.
Oh, what is that going to be?
That's Trap, at that price, you can get all four.
I know.
And an 8-slot case, you get 4 8 slots.
What's up? What's up?
The Grand Diver. They call it a radar, but it's just Grand Diver with the tinted crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Trap, you can get all 4, man, at that price. Now get 3 more.
No, this is the bigger one though. Those are 47 millimeters.
Oh, okay.
This the big boy, which I love that one.
Yeah.
Man, those things are nice, boy.
They are nice. But all right, boys, I'm gonna head out.
I gotta cheat. I gotta get my phone up here so I can kind of see what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I got it on TV, but I'm gonna head out. I got something I got to take care of before 11.
Yeah, man.
So,
No, I appreciate you coming in though, bud. And
hey, it's my pleasure, man. Look, we could do this every freaking Wednesday. Don't bother me.
okay.
I could do X-Wings next time. I got a lot of those.
That's a radar.
Yeah, no, that's a radar. Yeah.
Right. I got
That's
that
a
one.
radar.
I got that one. That piece is
That
massive.
on the screen is a tinted crystal. That's not a radar. That's
Right.
tinted crystal.
That's a massive piece. Huh, Trap? And you know what? It's comfortable, man. When I wear that,
Yeah, considering how big it is, I was like, okay, this thing fit pretty decent.
yeah, no, it fits well, man. I like it a lot.
Thanks,
I like
Travis.
it a lot.
Yeah, that puppy that just came out Tuesday. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was interesting. Someone made a comment about my notations in error or something.
Oh, I didn't see.
And I still don't know what he's talking about. I haven't had a chance to go back and look.
Yeah, but anyway, again, pleasure. I'm always available, you know that. But give somebody else a shot next week. But I'm always available. I could do Zeus's. I got a bunch of those. I could do X-Wings. I could do Blue Labels.
We could, I mean, we could do Star Wars. We
could do Star Wars. Got plenty of those.
Yeah, I got plenty of those.
So, and I know Dickerson's got a bunch of Star Wars too.
Yeah.
So you can grab him, pop him to come on. How many can you do? How many people can you do it at one time?
I think with the version I have, I can do 6.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, I'm gonna keep watching you and watching. I got 3 devices going because I got to get caught up on something. But
yeah, no worries, man. I appreciate
everybody. I couldn't see the chat, guys, so I'm sorry if I missed any chats. That wasn't done on purpose. The way I'm viewing it, I can't see chat on the phone here, and it was hard to look at the tablet at the same time.
I've been lazy and trying to keep up with it, so I'm figuring out how to put stuff on the screen. So I'm starting to get slightly better at this. I don't know that I'm quite there yet.
So all right. So you boys be good. Thanks for everyone in the chat. Thanks, Christy, for moderating. Trap, you be good. John, thanks, and love you guys. And until the next time. All right, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
So, John, the puppy, when you did the puppy, like when Invicta brought it out, when I saw it on Shop HQ, when they said there's a puppy edition, I was like, no, that ain't no puppy. Because it was all one color. I've never seen a puppy in just one solid color. So I thought it was a misprint. You know how Shop HQ sometimes they'll put in a thing like that ain't real. I'll wait for them to fix it, and they never fix it. I was like, it's not a puppy. But then when they turned it over and I was like, oh, that is a puppy. I was like, wow. I said, okay. But like when I watched yours, I said, dang, man, that scope. That thing just crazy. It's crazy how much detail.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that. In fact, one of the latest things I did was I took so I did what they call ASMR, which I guess has something to do with like relaxing, rhythmic things. So I actually put the tourbillon under the scope and watched it. And then I actually have one. I was able to. Believe it or not, where did I put it? I bought a cheap stethoscope, and I put my little microphone inside there, put it underneath. So this is the whole contraption, right? So I got the watch underneath there, sitting with this. I put a towel on top because this thing picks up, and you could actually hear it ticking. So I got one with ticking. So I need to do another one. I want to do the Solita 200, and I was thinking about doing the 500, but it's just such a small subdial that you really don't get that that full sweep motion. So I don't know. I'll see what I got going on with that.
Yeah, I watched so I can watch. We have one of those smart TVs, so I actually watch because it's like 27 minutes. I actually watched that while I was working out. I was in here doing crunches and whatnot and looking at it. And when I was like just like dead tired, dude. I was like maybe 12 minutes into the workout. I just laid there looking at it upside down, bro. Like, and then you fell asleep on the floor, bro. I was gone. You know what? I've never really looked at that until they mentioned that. Where were we at? Was he on Vern's channel when they were talking about that?
Yeah, because they were talking about shorts, and then they were talking. It was her, and it was somebody. It was somebody else that was talking about. It was somebody who did cruising videos who said, for those people that do nothing but cruise videos, with the cruising industry shut down, their channels are starting to lose. And so they started talking about, going into other things. They were talking about like mukbangs and reaction videos. Oh yeah. So they got talking about reaction videos and copyright strikes and all of this. And then they started talking about ASMR, and they were talking about people like cutting foam and all this different, or soap. That's what it was, cutting soap, like the sound and the motion of people cutting soap and the sound. And so I was like, that's interesting. I was like, well, maybe I'll do that with a watch, because it's got a rhythmic pattern to it. So I was like, I don't know, see what happens.
Beyond, man.
I put that thing out. I think in a week I had like 215 views. Like, it was just like, I'm like, dang, okay, well, I guess somebody likes watching a watch go round and round in a circle. So I was like,
and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Since you put that video out there, I've worn my tourbillon, because I don't wear it that often, but I've worn it a couple times. I got it sitting right here next to me.
Yeah,
I've worn it a couple times, man. It's your fault. And of course you talked me into this one too.
What? Where? What?
You talked me into this one, Mr. Tour Guide. But I just literally, Mr. Manley, Waverly Manley, made me some beads for this sucker, man.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm talking about these beads. Oh, and the official watch of the lifestyle. Where is it? I got this here. But look, he just made this for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to put this thing in perspective, man. Good grief.
When you're camera facing. Now I've got a fixed camera now. So like, I think I can do it. So if you get your face out of the way, like completely get your face covered, it'll focus. But like, as soon as it starts picking up a little bit of like if it starts seeing your eyes or whatever, and it catches enough of it, so it's your face that throws it off. Almost.
Hold on, let me get this right on the camera.
Okay, now you're too close. I don't think it's going to focus that. I don't think you got that. That's almost. It may be the light too, because you're getting a lot of glare.
Maybe, but yeah, he made this for me, man, and he said he'll never make another one. So this is one of one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm definitely wearing this tomorrow. Definitely wearing that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's sharp. I mean, yeah.
I like that, man. Well, yeah, man, I know we were talking about, I was listening to you guys talk about the relationships that are built through these, man, and just going back to what I was saying earlier, it's just amazing how well people have adapted to each other, man, and it don't matter what your religious preference is, it don't matter what your, like, nothing matters, man. It's just like, all right, you like this watch, I like this watch, boom, we good to go. And here we are, like, me and Tamika was talking, she said, I don't remember when me and John and Smitten got so cool. I can't even recall like the date. And I told her, I said, well, I saw you guys on a cruise in 2018. We literally had a brief like moment where it was like, these lines are ridiculous, and you was like, yeah, tell me about it. And then you like talked about some other stuff, and then you was like, well, I guess the line is moving, and I was going in a different direction for a whole nother line. We weren't waiting for the same thing. You know
okay.
and we just happened to be next to each other. And I got one of my videos. I was filming Kendi. Me and Kendi was talking. You and Smith. It was the night that they had the hero night. You guys walked past. You guys had walked past. You were on the Lido deck. You guys walked past. Didn't think nothing of it. And as I'm looking through these videos, I was like, okay, I know a lot of these people now, you know, because I, you know, didn't talk to them. Miss Judy, like she was on 2018, 2018 cruise. I don't know if she was on 2019. I can't remember, but
yeah,
I was like, man, it's crazy how far we've come and how in depth we are with each other at this point, man. It's like, so it's nothing for me to be like, hey, John, man, what you doing, man? Let me tell you what just happened. Right. You know, our lives, how it just collided, man, off of a watch, bro. That's the craziest thing to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we were talking about, you know, I mean, and I think it was really interesting because I think a lot of this started on the YouTube chats when they used to do the after shows.
Oh, yeah.
And it was probably what, 20, 30 people, you know, that hang around. And I think that's where we, you know, like, I mean, I think, you know, you and I started talking, and Vic and T, and, you know, a whole bunch of people that, you know, had, you know, been doing it. And I think they started seeing it. And then I think it was, we started doing all those chats, and then it was the 2019 cruise that everyone's like, oh, hey, you're this, and oh yeah, I'm that, and you know, go by screen names and everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was just crazy. Yeah, 2019 was nuts. I mean, and then 2020 was just 2019 was. I think 2018 we really enjoyed it, but the lines were super long. Yeah. 2019. There was issues, and we won't even go into, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But then 2020 came back, and 2020 was just, I mean, you added another day, and all of that. I mean, it was just, I mean, the whole doing the expo and doing all of that. And I mean, the amount of time I think the two of us spent on trying to, one, put the display together, then back all that crap up, and literally we drove down because, you know, it was going out of Fort Lauderdale, so it wasn't that bad. We split it up and everything, and I mean, just hauling all that junk. I was like, I don't think I mean, you know, that was a lot. That was a lot. I mean, I'd love to do it again. I don't know, man. That was crazy.
And the thing about it, bro, is if we do have one next year, I'm definitely going to join. I'm going to jump in it, man. But I'm actually going over what I want to do with it, you know, because I don't want to lug all these watches around with me. Like this 15 slot is, I'm thinking 2 15 slots and I'm done. I mean, I think that
if I don't do. And I really, like you say, I really don't think I'm going to do the expo. So probably 2 15s for the both of us. It would be pretty close. You know.
We'll see, man, because I know DC is not going to sit there during the expo. She's not. I already know. So if I do bring her watches, what do you say? We'll see. Oh yeah, I already know what shirt he's talking about.
Yeah, I have an idea. We kind of, it's been thrown around a little bit. I kind of have an idea what he's talking about too.
Yeah. So I'm definitely I'm thinking 2 15 slots for me.
But yeah, I mean, like I say, that was, you know, the cruise. And I think, you know, like I say, you know, 2018, you know, we accidentally bumped into each other and had a conversation, and it was like, but I mean, I know for us, we kind of like, I remember sitting in that, the room with like the sunken like dance floor.
Yeah.
Doing the signatures.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Ryan and Heather and some of them, and we we sat like up on top, like at the one of the rounded bars, and we're just like, well, I really don't want to get into all of that, and I don't really know that many people. We'll just kind of sit back and see where it's going, just kind of get a feel for everything. And then 2019 was like so much more of trying to get into seeing people, and then 2020 was just, I mean, it was like nonstop.
It was a reunion.
Yeah, yeah, that one really was.
I was thinking about redoing like how I rated the cruise, and I'm still thinking about doing that because I honestly would give 2019 a lower rating than what I gave it based on what the mechanics of it, how they did it, because it didn't come out the way I thought it would, because I know Mike and Courtney was supposed to have so much input in there, and that didn't go right. So if anything, the stuff that happened, there was a lot of crap that happened, and I would honestly rate that a little lower than what I did. I was being very generous, and I think it was because just the lore of going on a cruise and meeting people, that was my 100%. That was my 5 flame, was just the people. You guys made it awesome. It was just how the cruise itself. So like if I'm explaining like, hey, 2019 cruise for a new person probably wouldn't. I guess it would have been better for somebody new, because they'd be like, okay, this is cool. And then 2020 came, they'd be like, oh my gosh, this is so much better. You know what I'm saying?
And I have to say, I think I heard that there were people that went on 19 that said, absolutely, I'm not coming back because of some of the events that happened on 19, which is a shame because, Godfather went for the tungsten.
He got it.
Yeah, that's what that Pappy just said on the chat, that he got it. But
I'm looking at it. That thing's beautiful. And it's a midnight blue. It's not black. It's midnight blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's the same sort of structure as so it's that reserve bracelet on the 47, like when they first came out with the inaugural R150s. Oh man.
Yeah.
How many colors do they have?
Just that one.
Just that one?
Yep, and it comes with a 3-slot watch roll.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's not number limited, bro.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's stunning. That is stunning.
Yeah. But I mean, so where I am right now in my watch collecting is literally, bro, like I think this, like when I got this really topped it off. You know what I'm saying? This is probably like the heaviest, like most prestigious piece I have outside of, my puppies. And I got a couple more reserve pieces, man. This Joker, I love that Joker, man. And like right now, man, it's nothing that's really jumping out at me, outside. Because like I said, there was only a few pieces I want to get this year. I want to get more graffiti pieces this year, man. And I'm just waiting, man, because hopefully that they'll bring out the Marvel like they said they were going to do last year. I'm holding out for that. I'm just holding out. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, Vic.
Well, maybe Vic, they'll have that tungsten around. You can get that for your snowstorm piece.
Right. Wow. If we get 12 to 18 more inches. All right, Vic. It don't take much for you, Vic. It don't take much. Oh man. I'm digging that. I've been getting a lot of the Invicta jewelry too.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I guess for me, I really don't wear that much. I mean, I've got this one, cartouche that I've had since 90. Oh God, when was I in Turkey? 92. And actually, it was a funny story. I I had this for the longest time, and I lost it for about 2.5 years. And yeah, so we moved from England, and I'd lost it when we were in England, I thought. We moved back to the States, and we had purchased the washer and dryer for like $25 a piece, because they were shutting the base down. So I mean, they're like giving, because they're all American appliances. And so what I had to do when I got home or got to South Carolina is I had to change no, I didn't have to do it then because I didn't have to change the motor. It just ran a little bit faster, I think. But then my dryer started acting up. So I took my dryer apart, and literally I had been to like Load Barn like 3 years ago, had put it in my top pocket. When it went through the washer and dryer, it fell through the little lip and was sitting inside the dryer that whole time. I'm like, so, I mean, I've had this, 1992 when I was in Turkey, I've had this.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
But
I think I'm going to get a Kraken at one point. I may get one this year. I really like the design on it.
Yeah, I do like it. I grabbed the 8040 version. I don't have the Z60. There's something about the bottom section. I think they could have styled it a little different for me. I mean, it's definitely different. But yeah, I grabbed the 8041. I love that. I love that movement. And I was like, well, I can only get one, at the time. So I was like, well, let me just grab the 8040. I'll be interested to see when they start, changing dial faces, materials, putting some autos in it. That, that'll start getting interesting when they start doing some of that. That'll be pretty cool.
Somebody, and I didn't screenshot it. Somebody already leaked the renderings for a automatic, and I think it had the NH35 in it, and a tourbillon version. So, but I don't know when that's coming out, of course. And I just saw Boom Boom had posted the navies coming out, but we already knew that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find, man, there's one thing about that Invicta group page. I go on there periodically and just start putting numbers in. And I'm like, oh, like, okay. So I know that they're like Invicta's planning to bring out a ton. There's so many graffiti pieces coming out. New S1 graffiti pieces, the Grand Pro Diver graffiti pieces, some more Sabaka specialties. It's like a bunch of them, man. Like the Simpsons. I heard, now I haven't seen the rendering. Somebody said that there's a Rick and Morty coming out, but I think that's just rumor mill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there's rumor mill, but
I'm gonna go grab some. I'll be right back.
Okay, so it's your boy Trap Vision 3D, man, on the Victor Sprint. It's the takeover, baby, man. Hey, so check this out. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing a show, right? I'm gonna be doing watch reviews, but I'm gonna be reviewing 3 watches, man. Since I got y'all here, of course, I'm gonna be doing this piece right here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be doing that bad boy up. Hold on, I got the other 2, and I'm gonna be doing these right here, and it is for Invicta 757. We're gonna be doing that because they have. I don't know if you guys are attached to Invicta 757, but if you are, they just posted that they're going to be doing a watch expo for the collectors, man. So you have to email. I believe in the flyer it has the email and stuff that you need to do. There'll be for the weekend. There'll be different criteria. So you'll have a game night. You're going to have the expo with your boy going to be the moderator. I'm going to be, you know what I'm saying, hosting the expo. So I get to do that. And these are the 3 watches I'm going to start off with. And here's the kicker. This whole thing is going to be a huge challenge for me because I'm going from tomorrow until next Thursday. So it's going to be 7 days of straight watch reviews, 3 watches per day. And Sunday, I'm going live. And I'm going to have a surprise guest, possibly. It hasn't been verified, but I may have a surprise guest, and I'll still have my 3 watches that I'm going to show, but then I'll let them talk about you know what I'm saying, whatever. I can't give y'all that information because I haven't verified if this person is going to come on the show yet. So that's what we got, man. Now we got, my man John, the phone guy's back. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Yeah. Couldn't even make it down the hall, and he's already pimping.
I heard you laughing on the way down the hall.
So here's something that this is one of the watches that I never really had a real love affair with, the that Venom Viper, but when they did this tourbillon and they did it in that hematite,
yeah,
I mean, I did a video on this, but that was just everything else on this watch. I absolutely love. I love the bezel. I love all the stuff that they did with it. If they would take that head and tail off, it would be just amazing. But
you know what? You know what's funny? I remember when we were on, me and you had just left the Lido deck, and we went back to the pop-up shop towards where they do the comedy stuff at.
Yeah.
And we looked at that without the tourbillon, and you was like, because I was trying to figure out what watch I wanted to get, and I was like, man, what do you think about this? And we both looked at it. He was like, nah, but D, he loves it. D, he was like, oh man, that's the best watch ever. I was like, I'm looking at D like, no, it's not. But I ain't gonna say nothing. You like it, I love it. Not really, but whatever, bro. But when I saw you had it, I was like, okay, and you put it in perspective. I said, okay, that's the only way I'll be able to get that watch if it's tourbillon.
Yeah,
I'm just being honest.
Well, yeah, and I mean, for the price that I got this thing at, that was the other reason. I actually grabbed this. They had a sale and something, and I think it was definitely under $5. I think it was like mid-4 for the tourbillon. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll get used to the snake head and tail, because the rest of it is just absolutely stunning. So,
and you know what? So I wore my tourbillon to work the other day, and of course you can't hide this thing underneath anything. I had it under my. I don't have to wear a suit jacket, but I had my jacket on because I go outside to greet customers.
Right.
And this guy said, "Hey, buddy, what watch you got on today?" And then he said, "Wait a minute, do you repeat watches?" He was like, "I don't think I've ever seen you wear the same watch. Like, how many watches do you have?" I said, "Just got a few, nothing big." So I pull this out and take it off and let him see it. He said, "Is that a tourbillon?" I said, "Yes, it is." He said, "Oh my gosh, how do you get it to?" Oh, he said, "Dude, you had to pay about $100,000 for this." I said, "Ha, $100,000, bro. I wouldn't be working here. Trust and believe." I said, "I didn't spend $100,000. I said, I didn't even spend $10,000 on this watch." He was like, "Really?" He said, "How was that possible?" I said, "Man, it's an Invicta, bro."
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, it's unique and quality pieces that are put together, and you can recognize them. Like I said, we were talking earlier, talking about a Magnum. If you got a Magnum, I mean, there's no other watch that even comes close to looking like it. And it's just like, yeah, that's a Magnum. I mean, it's crazy. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's what's so unique and interesting about, Invicta and the watches and what they do. And they take even existing designs, and like there's that new Excursion that they just came out with.
That Excursion is nice. I like that. I like that.
That was I thought the way they did the bezel was pretty cool. It was pretty unique.
Yeah, man, I really like that. I know Vic said he got one. I think he said.
He got that silver and the baby blue, I think. Is that what you got, Vic?
Silver and okay, yeah, I like that one too. Well,
That
shoot,
one
I
was good.
love actually. And I got this one. Hold, let me see. Hold up. I don't know why this like that. I had some wiping it off, man. Something dropped. I must have dropped something on it. Some sticky. So you remember when this one came out? That came out 2019, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when we were all standing around and Vic's hitting me up on WhatsApp saying, "Hey man, I already bought it." And I'm like, "What?"
Man, look, it took me nearly a year to get this watch. Because before I mean, you know what? And that was one of those times I should have listened to Tamika because she said, "You sure you want to?" Because I bought 3 other watches, and that that Blue Label Sea Hunter was one of the ones I grabbed. Mm-hmm. So that and the other 3 pieces kind of knocked me out the box for whatever I can get.
Right.
This one dropped. I didn't have any more room for value payment. I was like, dang, I could have walked away with that Blue Label and just this one. But you know.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, it do. And see, that was the other thing too, because I've been having conversations with collectors, and I know some people are upset with oh yeah, look at that, man.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
So let me ask you this, John.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're on the subject of watches, this right here, right, when it came out, this is the one with the interchangeable dial and strap, right? This was $299 when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember how many months later, but it dropped in price. It dropped down to $179 and then to $149.99. Now you can get the thing for $99. And for those that had that 15% off code the other day, they got it for $79. So I was talking to a collector last night, and they said like they were so upset at the fact they were like, man, I don't think that, you know, Shop HQ and Invicta stores are being completely fair because they can drop the price of a watch in 33 days after the fact. Like they had to have known that the watch was going to drop, you know, but like we bought it at full price. We paid $400 for it, man. And I don't think it's fair. And I said, well, I don't know how they do their marketing and stuff like that. All I can speak to is when I was in jewelry, we knew what was coming out. We knew what sales was going to be. And like our loyal customers, we'll tell them like, hey, you may want to wait for this watch or wait for this piece of jewelry because this will be 30% off in less than 20 days. Mm-hmm. If you want to get it now, you can get it. But like, I may not be able to give like, oh, I think we did do that. We made a price adjustment, but I don't know. I see they point too, but
yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, it is frustrating, and I think that kind of comes with, you know, I remember when the Sand 7 first came out. I mean, the very first Sand 7 in the meteorite, and that was like $4 and change.
Yep.
And I grabbed it. I mean, I did. And it was one of those that, you know, I really wanted to be on that, you know, that first boat of, you know, I want to be one of the ones that's, you know, first adopter and you know, just got it and all of that. And sometimes you have to, you know, sometimes that comes with a price tag and, you know, which is why a lot of times now I've gotten to the point that I've, you know, I've modified my purchase patterns so that I can like look at this. So they got what is that, like a Venom Reserve, right? And it's like 149. I mean, that's crazy numbers. Used to be you couldn't touch a Venom Reserve for less than 250 to 279. I'm
telling you, that's why I only got 9 of them in my collection. And the ninth one I got was the one Vic sent me.
Yeah, I mean,
bro, I just couldn't know because you know, I mean, but think about it. The Venom, I mean, not Venom, but the Magnums was like that. The Magnums were nothing south of $600. No, nowhere near. Nowhere.
Yeah.
So, like, to see this now, looking at these, even my very first Venom, Invictalive sold me my very first Venom, and I got that one I actually got it for $179. And it's not even reserved. It's a Z60 in it. He was like, hey, Trap, if you don't have a Venom for your first Venom, you should get this one. He said it's not reserved, but it's built like a reserve. And when I got it, I fell in love with it. I was like, this thing is nice, you know, and I enjoyed it. I was like, man, how thick they were. And then the next thing you know, I bought the automatic with the NH35 in it. Then I bought another Venom. Next, you know what I'm saying? I bought, like, I had 4. Now, at this point, let me say I got my Joker. Now, that was other conversation I had last night. You saw that Diamond Joker, right? $499. Now, when the Joker came out, that same bracelet last year, it was $499. So I had 2 collectors. One inboxed me, or I talked to the other one on the phone, and they were upset. They were upset. They was like, bro, that ain't right. They said, man, how is it that they brought this watch out? It's like, is it a full carat? I believe it is, for $499. And he said, I paid $499 for this watch when it first came out. Like, how can they do that? I was like, bro, I don't know. All I can tell you is, if you want diamonds, you go ahead and grab it, because that's definitely worth $499 for a carat, a little bit over a carat of diamonds. I mean, all I can say is that's like water under the bridge now. You can't do nothing about it.
No, I mean at some point you just have to you have to consign yourself to, at the time I purchased it, I thought it was a good deal and I wanted to get it, and I got it. And, you know, I mean, that's like 2 people walk into a car dealership and one gets a car for, you know, $5,000 less or whatever, 1,000, you know, that's a bit much, 1,000 less. I mean, it just, you know, because one deal was slightly different than the other. You know, one car had sat on the showroom floor for an extra 30 days than the other. I mean, you never know what all the details are, and you just have to you have to, you know, be happy with what you got. But then on the other side, for those who are a bit more seasoned, you know, is you have to understand, look, when you see these prices like that tungsten at $899, I'm not going to jump on it, because one, it's not limited. So there's definitely going to be this sort of, you know, in 6 months or 4 months, you know, they're going to jump back out and you're going to see it again, and it's going to be less and all of that. And, you know, you have to be patient. Now, you know, if it's a limited edition of like 200 or 300 pieces, those you kind of have to be careful on waiting, because I would say on a 300 run, there's a good chance they'll make 200 of them in the first shot, and maybe not make all of them at one time. If in a 500 run, I'd say it's at least 2 batches, maybe 3. Of course, then you get into, like, you know, Star Wars and Jason Taylor, you had 1,000, 19, 2,000, 3,000 for Marvel. DCs are usually in the 4,000s. Those you can be a lot more particular, but then again, some of it comes down to which version that you want. Like, if you want a Marvel, but you want a Punisher or a Black Panther or a Spider-Man, you may not be able to wait as long as some of the others. I mean, it's just,
you know what? I learned my
nature of the beast.
I learned my lesson on that one, bro. Like, for example, I'm gonna show you something.
I did too. I mean, you know.
You remember when this Nautilus came out, that 2019? Yeah. We got this on a cruise. The same year though that Magnum came out. and I paid, gosh, I want to say $159.99 for this one. Swiss movement, right? I said I had to have it. So when I saw this come out the other day, last week, for $159, I said I'm not wasting no time. I'm getting it. Will it go on sale? Possibly. I mean, of course it will. You know what I'm saying? But like,
yeah, there's a really good chance it will.
It's a good chance. But I was like, man, like I wanted the one with the green in it. Like I didn't want the all purple. I wanted that green dial. You know, like the green dial may not be available. They may have put like you said, they may have put everything out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't waste time. Some stuff I don't waste time.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Knight brought up a good thing is sometimes, you know, Shop HQ gets them first, but then Invicta Store gets them and they'll put stupid prices on them. And yeah, that's true. But there are some instances that because of the relationship that Shop has with Invicta is they get the entire run. And sometimes you're at the mercy of them, you know, when it comes to things like that too. So it's kind of it's a two-edged sword on that. Sometimes you have to be careful on what exactly, you know, well, the two Magnums I just picked up, the Millennium Falcon and the Death Star. You and Vic got the reserve version with the Rondas, and I think it's on bracelet. And I ended up with the non-reserve on the straps. I still like them, and I still think they're super cool. But you know, that was one of those things that I probably should have jumped on and got when I did it. You know, and just
yeah,
kind of is what it is.
That's why I jumped on this one, bro.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted a Spider-Man piece, and they ended up selling out on this one. They sold out, and I was like, crap, man. And when I saw I came back for $149, I was like, oh, no question. That's it. Done deal. Done deal.
Yeah, thanks, Dee. I mean, you know, that it's, you know, I mean, you and I have been collecting around, I mean, you know, in earnest, you know, I mean, I think you probably started collecting a little bit before me, but in earnest, I'd say the 2018 cruise was the,
yeah,
was the floodgate year. Yeah, I mean, you know, you learn these things. I mean, to me, part of that is no different than, you know, the very first few watches you buy. You're generally not paying attention to what the movement is and all those sort of things. As you become more of an educated buyer or collector, you know, you start, you know, discerning, okay, I don't want to just buy it because it just looks cool for the moment. And then, you know, you turn around and you haven't pulled it out of your case in, you know, a year and a half. So, right. You know, I mean, there's those things too. So, I mean, you just kind of have to, you know.
Yeah, you know what? That's where I am now, man. You know, I know we joke back and forth like, oh, you buy like 4 or 5 watches a day or whatever the case is. But like now I've gotten to the point where, like, for example, I grabbed this one. What did he say? Hold on, I can't see that.
He said trap was a part of the reason my collection's at 177.
No, it's not. Stop it. Stop it. No, you're not. And look, I'm not going to take part to your foolishness, Vic. You understand that? I'm not taking part to your foolishness. No, bro, but you know what? I've become real selective, man. Like,
yeah,
for me, the Pro Diver is like, you know, that's my first love. But like the Scubas, man, like one of the most comfortable watches you're going to put on. So if I can grab one that's either reserved or, you know, number limited or something like that, I do those. I jump off into, like, of course, the superhero versions. I like those, man. You can get, you know, I like that. But like right now, man, like there's nothing that I really want outside of like the automatic, you know, and I don't mind NX35, but you know, like the R150s, the Salida, because I only have one Salida movement piece in here. And I like to have a Pro Diver or Grand Diver in the Salida or the R150. I don't want to pay $8.99 for one though.
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna pay $8.99 for one. Because
Yeah, Rick brought up a good point. Yeah, and that's kind of where we were talking about. Sometimes Invicta Store has it first, and then Shop gets it, or vice versa. And yeah, there's a big price difference. I mean, that's really true.
If we didn't have so many issues with FedEx, I would do more shopping with because it will, in the long run, it makes more sense to buy from the Invicta Store because crap, you can get an R150.
Yeah, they don't do the packages like with the dive cases as much and things like that, but I've got more dive cases than I know what to do with now. So I love Pappy's blaming us for his 220.
Pappy, stop. You talking crazier than Vic right now.
Right.
Because in June, was it June or May? I think in May, Pappy had 91 watches. 91, I remember that because he was so happy. He was blowing horns and doing all kind of stuff. He was like, yeah, Trap, I got 91, man. Yeah. And I was like, congratulations. I don't know what happened from June up to now where this man got over 200. That man was bored. You a real MVP, man.
Yeah. You're up there in Jill status, man.
Bro, like you need to they need to make a Netflix special after you, because that's impressive. Now we need to get over there and help you size them, because I know you still ain't got everything sized.
Yeah. We need to bring about 2 or 3 of us over there and just sit there and just start banging bracelets out.
Well, hey, you know how much fun that'll be though? Like sitting back just talking crazy, man. Got you whatever your drink of choice is, whatever you eating or whatever. All of us just hanging out, banging watches out, man. Oh man, that'd be nice. That'd be that's a good time right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good time. Well, I'm about to read the chat a little bit.
Yeah, Vic's bemoaning his Tria.
Oh yeah. He said a mere bag of shells. Let's see. Pappy, how to buy 220 and not size 100. Oh man, Trap, I bought that Magnum interchangeable the first night it came out, and I was perfectly fine with the higher price. I wish I could have paid only. Man, I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, that's happened to me so many times. Like I jump on it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you a piece that I jumped on. And I think a lot of people jumped on it that night when they had the Pro Divers and they made it in the graffiti style and the hydroplating. They had the snake and all this other stuff. It was $169. I paid $169 for this Pro Diver, and it's not Swiss movement and none of that. It's just because it has the graffiti, the hydroplating, and less than 40 days after the fact, this watch was $99. I was like, come on, bro. I think that's what, like, it was this time, it was about a year ago. I said, you know what? Nope. It was, as a matter of fact, it was a year and 3 months ago that came out. And I just don't anymore, man. Like, it's certain watches I jump on, but then there's some I'm like, nope.
Still got the plastic on the class.
Oh, I ain't got no plastic on the class.
No, Pappy does.
Oh, Pappy, stop it. You and Mark Hines are brothers, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? So you know what? Another thing too, and not to I know there are a lot of NFL fans out there, and guys, just letting you know, I found some NFL watches that's coming out through Invicta. I saw it on the Invicta store. They have I think the mid-size Octane, not the Grand, but just the regular Octane. Those are coming out with the NFL, and there is a Sabakwa specialty coming out with NFL, and then I think the Grand Octane as well. But there are a few in the specialty. It's the Sabakwa specialty coming on with NFL. I'm not getting any more NFL pieces. I was done with this one. That's the only one I'll ever own. Unless I won one in a contest or raffle or something like that, I'm not gonna buy any more NFL pieces. Just don't desire to. All my Bears memorabilia, like I got the jerseys, the posters, Walter Payton statues, and all the other stuff. I'll keep it to that, but like that'll probably be the only watch I have. Tamika bought me an official Bears watch from the NFL shop, so I'm not. I mean, I don't desire to have another Invicta NFL.
Yeah,
I'll put that money. I mean, especially for the price.
Well, yeah, because I mean, let's face it. I mean, the NFL is going to get their skin out of that one, so that's going into the price right up front. So.
Nah, I'm cool. I think the only thing that I'll be doing, like I know for a fact, if there's gonna be a collaboration piece, it's gonna be the Army. Any Marvel or DC pieces they come out with. If they do, like I know Kendi was asking for like ideas, like what do you guys want to see collaborations with? And people were throwing out like I think some of those I don't want to see some of those cartoon characters on the watches. Not all the stuff that people was talking. I don't want to see Grape 8 on the watch. You put on a T-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, they're like you say. I think there's some things that are better left to a hat and a T-shirt. I mean,
that's it. I will wear a Grape 8 T-shirt all day. But like, I mean, the color scheme, if you want to do that, or if it just had to be one of those 80 cartoons, it should be a case back type of deal where like all his information is on the case back and all you see is the colorway. I don't want to see the Grape 8 on the face of my watch. I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that sometimes that's the fine line between a character watch and a comical looking watch. I think there's a line between there, and sometimes you have to be careful on how far you take it. Whether or not, like Star Wars, I really think that I can't think of a Star Wars off the top of my head that came off comical. Sorry. Because of the way they've done. But
yeah, I mean, some of the ideas, like we were throwing ideas out last night, and one of the ideas I threw out, and I think it'll be perfect for like the brand is like the S1, having a Michael Knight done in like 2 different versions. You know what I'm saying? You could use the abalone shell to your advantage, for the little signal that Kit has, or one that got black diamonds, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see that. Want to see the Voltron, and you don't have to have the actual characters' faces on there, but like the color scheme and have it on the case back. Just that, I mean, especially with like they got that mint green that they just came out with, the ice blue, all these colors they putting in the stainless steel pieces, man. I'm like, okay, you can do that with the Ninja Turtles. You can do that with, like I said, Voltron. Definitely want to see a Thundercat. I mean, we got everything else, man. They should have a Thundercat watch.
Yeah. Nightwing is saying who's Grape 8?
Exactly, bro. Like, it's not a cartoon. Somebody had mentioned that last night.
If you're not hardcore Hanna-Barbera, you probably don't know it.
Right.
I mean, I remember it. I mean, as a kid, I mean, I'm old enough. I saw them when they first came out, but I mean, there's some of them like, Thundar the Barbarian. I mean, there's not a lot of people that, you just don't see. I mean, I remember, do you remember the show, The Banana Splits?
Of course.
And then they had, so that's where Johnny Quest came out of that. And then there was Danger Island, which was actually live action, so I mean, there was a lot of stuff that, I mean, if you weren't around then, I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
And that was a lot, I remember watching, and some of the ideas that people were throwing out last night, I was like, I really wouldn't want to see that on the watch. Not trying to be mean, but I just like, me personally, that'd be one of those. I'm like, I'm cool. Somebody had mentioned, was it Droopy Dog, whatever. I didn't like Droopy. You know, I didn't like him as a cartoon character. I was like, I wish there was a bigger dog that came and just mauled him real quick when I was little. I was like, somebody get this stupid looking dog off the screen. I hated that cartoon. But again, they got Popeye and Betty Boop, and you got people like, dare I say, Alex. You know, he's 22 years old, and he may know who Popeye and Betty Boop is, but will he kind of identify with that? He's like, why would I want Popeye or Betty Boop on my watch?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I couldn't imagine, like, and I know that AL is reaching out and doing collaborations with some of these old ones, because I don't know if you guys following other watch cultures or watch brands, but Seiko just did, or not just, but in the past few months, did a Street Fighter version. So
Okay.
they got Chun-Li, they have Ryu and Ken and Blanca. I think there's another one. I think it's M. Bison watch, but I think it was cool to have that because that's a part of culture and people love different stuff, man. You know, like people grew up on the video game. I love Street Fighter. You know, like Street Fighter. I remember when it was just Street Fighter. I wasted, I don't know, maybe $40 in quarters, man, playing that game.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just went crazy on it.
I
man.
remember the one. It used to cost $1 to play it, but it was like, what was it? Dirk the Dangerous, the knight, and you'd have to do these specific moves to otherwise. And
yeah, and swinging and hitting and knocking off and off. Yeah, dude, you know how much money I wasted on that? I ain't gonna say wasted. I enjoyed that game, especially when you got to fight the female because you knocking her armor off. Like, yeah, hurry up, ding ding, get it, get naked, like I was going at it. But
I'm trying to remember Gigantor, and I can't for the life of me think of it, Pappy. I've probably seen it, but I just can't remember it. It sounds familiar, but I can't place it. HR Puffin stuff. Yeah, I remember that one with the Piccolo and which
I remember Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
Dragon Lair was like the first arcade game.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what I'm thinking of. Dragon Lair.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking. Okay, so yeah, Dragon's Lair, like the cartoon-based video game.
Yeah, it was cartoon-based, and you literally had to learn the patterns, almost like playing Simon. Like you had to do it specifically, or else you wouldn't make it. Like it was very. You had to hit all the spots in the right order to get out.
Okay, I thought there was another video game that it was a knight in armor, and he fought other knights. And it was a female knight that you could knock her armor off and she'd get down to like her bikini or whatever. I thought that's what you was talking about. It was a PG game. I was like 12 years old. So of course I got hype off a game like that. YouTube, the cartoon. Cartoon game, you choose your path. Okay. Maybe you should do like a bomber's watch, pocket watch, into a wristwatch. They had something like that, I thought. I'm looking Omega. Yeah, I saw that Snoopy Omega. It's expensive though.
Yeah.
No Thundercat. Hey man, Thundercats, man. Space Ghost.
Yeah, I remember all those.
Space Ghost was, man, like that was the truth, man, when Space Ghost was out.
Yeah. Space Ghost, and then he did so Space Ghost was the same time as like Thundar, and then the Herculoids. That whole post-apocalyptic late 60s was big with all of those cartoons for sure.
You know, I mean, I sent the idea into Invicta through I sent it to Ryan. And one of the things I had put in there, I had said, I was like, I would love to have Invicta do for your graffiti pieces. They should do it just like Nike does Nike ID. So you can literally pick what patterns you want, what you want on your watch, and then they'll fit it to you. Like if you were say for instance, you know, I think their watches come to like somebody that can wear up to 9 1/4. But if you have a 7-inch wrist, and you say, hey, look, I got a 7-inch wrist. They already know the measurements on that. They send your watch. That way you don't have to even mess with no bracelets and your watch is complete. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. It's $379. She just saw that slot, the 64 slot collector's trunk.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you it's real nice. Man, it's a lot of money.
How much they want? $379 for it?
$379.93. Value pays of $63.
I don't know. That's kind of pricey.
Yeah. You know what? Nah, they wouldn't have done it. But I was gonna say maybe if they'd have had it where it came with a watch, a particular watch, maybe, you know what I'm saying, it'd probably sold better. But I'm pretty sure there's people still buying it though. I know it's people still buying it.
Oh yeah.
Like Double D probably got one. Pappy probably got one. Let's see who else. Godfather. I don't think Godfather. He don't need one because he got he got his stuff in like a dresser or something like that. I don't know. I think Rick gonna get one too. Philly's in the building. You got, you know, that'll go good with you, man. Hold on, I'm about to go to the chat. Hold on, let me see what somebody said. Nope,
Dickerson's like, what?
Nah, man, I'm good. He said, nah, man. Okay, all right. So the pillows are very cool. I think Nightwing grabbed one for sure.
Oh yeah.
He said Pappy has everything.
Right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I just think that they should have a version of watch where you can actually go on there and order it the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? Like they could do that in particular brands, man. And I think that'd be dope because I know back it's been maybe 3 or 4 years where they let a customer name the watch and it was a skull watch. Somebody actually got a chance to put it together or say what they had their impact on it. They got the watch, but it became a thing. You know what I'm saying? It became a watch based off of somebody's design. So I don't know, man. I just think that they should. I mean, seeing that they putting out so many watches now, and I said this last night in the chat, and somebody said it was like maybe because of COVID has shut some of stuff down. I was like, man, with the aside from having the authentic heritage, I don't think Invicta missed a beat last year. I don't think, like, honestly, I just don't. Maybe they didn't do 4,000 pieces, but I could tell you this.
I don't know. I don't know if they did. Yeah, I don't know if they did 4,000 last year. Yeah, the heritage thing. That's I won't get in. I won't get into that. I understand why they're going the direction they're going. I don't agree with it.
You struggle. I see, but you know what, John, you're not the only person.
Mm-hmm.
There are dozens upon dozens of people that feel the same way you do right now.
I mean, when that watch was first released, the very first one, that was one of the biggest selling points about that watch, is that it's Swiss made.
Yeah.
And I understand that it becomes price prohibitive for some people, but so does a $4,000 diamond watch, but you still make those. So I don't know.
So as I mean, okay, I know you're not going to dive deep into it, man, but just in line of what you're saying, and I'm trying to stay in the same lane that you're in right now. I understand that Invicta makes watches that's affordable for a lot of people, right? Considering how the watch market, Rolex dropped the ball on some stuff this past year. They made some watches, which I thought was surprisingly striking to an Invicta because they were using colors that they never used before. Threw them
Okay.
on a rubber strap. They call it Rolex rubber. And a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it. So the sales for watches overall last year plummeted, just like anything else, cars and everything. You know what I'm saying? Clothing lines and people struggled, suffered last year. But when it came to that, I feel what you're saying. That was your bread and butter, man. And I still say that if you can get it, push it out there because people still gonna buy regardless.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where, to me, that's where I draw the line where, when the first one came out, that was Swiss Movement was the Venom hybrid that they brought out on the cruise. And I literally sat there with RJ on camera and was looking at it and everything. And I talked to him afterwards and I'm like, and I literally said, I think I'm going to wait on this one. Cause I was just like, I thought, well, maybe because of things going on, that they had, issues with supply and stuff like that, and things were starting to shut down. So that, well, once everything gets back going again, they'll start bringing them back up. And apparently, conversations I've had is that's not the direction they're going to go. Is they're going to keep it Swiss Movement, which to me, when they came out with the AL Lalo collection, which that one really I don't understand. I really don't. You had the Heritage, which had his signature on the back. What's the difference?
That one should have been the Ryan Johnson collection.
It should have been anything but that.
It is because it's just a different version of, okay, it's like Mercury and Ford. It's the same car.
Yeah.
You got a Ford Explorer, then you got a Mountaineer. It's the same thing.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think sometimes, when you start a business, and he's running a business that his family has been in his family for years.
Right.
There's somebody, and I've said this, I don't know who's in the circle, who's on his business team. Somebody is failing him. I'm telling you, what? I know we can sit here and say, well, AL knows better, blah, blah, blah. He got a team. He's not supposed to know everything. He's not. He's still relatively a young man. He's been doing this for 25, 30 years. And you think, okay, that is a decent amount of time. Mm-hmm. But who knows how to work through a pandemic? You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have pandemics like that back in the day. We had other stuff in the business, but like business was still good when social injustice was going on. Stuff was still being sold. That didn't stop anything. You know what I mean? If anything, it actually increased. Like people, I don't know, people buy when they're scared. It's in terror. Pandemic shut down a lot of stuff. Man, I'm looking at businesses around us. In America, there was over 125,000 businesses that shut down less than 9 months. Put that in your pipe and smoke. Over 125,000 businesses closed, whether they big or small.
Yeah.
And the people that surround AL, I know they had to sit down and say, all right, look, we can't do anything Swiss made right now because a lot of those plants are shut down. Mm-hmm. We got a whole bunch of movements and like we bought all these movements. We gotta put them out. This is where I'm like, I know some companies like Etta was doing like, hey, alter the movement, make it an in-house. You can make they got enough movements to make some Valjoux 7750s. Y'all still got those movements because you bought them. Like you can't buy them from the company anymore, but like you need to come up with something, or at least say, hey, I'm not going to mess with the Heritage collection right now until we can get either do some in-house stuff and tell you, hey, look, The Heritage Collection. If that's what they're going to the AL Lalo collection, then the Heritage Collection. But I'm looking. They just showed the Heritage just now.
Yeah, I know.
With that rose tone and all, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful watch. But I feel you. I mean, because there are different levels of collectors. Mark Hines and them, they're in a whole different category from other collectors because that's all they collect is diamond pieces.
Yeah.
I think they got hats called the Bling Brothers. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't drop $40,000 to $50,000 a year on watches. Just not in my budget. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But
you're still making watches for that level of collector.
You know, I was talking to Waverly Manley 2 hours ago about that SAS that got the VS diamonds in it. And I said that watch was like $2,300. And I said that's all you're paying for them placing the diamonds in there and the diamonds itself. Because that watch I think had a Z60 in it, or like it didn't have a major movement in it. It had like I think it was a Z60. And I was like, wait a minute. I get it. The diamonds in here is like a 4 karat and they VS quality. Now I was excited about that, but then I said, wait a minute, this watch don't even have papers with it. Like your VS diamonds don't have any, they're not certified. So what am I paying $3,000 for? Or however much? I think it was like 20. Were they like 2,500, 2,599 or something like that?
I can't remember.
I know it was less than $3,000, but you know, and I went to work the next day and put the dimensions of the diamonds. Like we had this thing where we could tell how much these diamonds was worth, and we had jewelry that had those same quality of diamonds, and you're talking about it wasn't none less than $15,000. So I said, anybody that bought that watch just because of the diamonds, you good to go. But I said, well, I can't say that because the diamonds I looked at all were certified.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree, Pappy. And that's one of the frustrating things is when I started seeing the prices on these. So when they started coming out, so the Dragon Lupa, the Sabakwa Noma 1, when I got them, they brought the prices down to around the low threes, right? And for a Swiss movement, where if it had been, and this SAS they got out right now, they're sitting at $499. That's a Swiss-made price. That's what I paid for pretty much all of my Swiss-made heritage was right around $499. Now, to me, that's a legitimate price for a Swiss-made, but don't be throwing that level of price on something that's not Swiss-made. That's where I'm burn right now.
What movements in there?
It's the same. It's a 200.
Okay.
It is a Salida 200, so I'm not banging the movement, but when it comes to, you know, the materials, fit and finish, and final assembly and everything, that's one of the reasons that the Heritage was so appealing, because there's just not that many Swiss mades out anymore. I mean, so you had the Heritage was Swiss made. The Platinum Select, which there was only about 3 or 4, so there was a Venom, I think a Venom hybrid, and then there was that
Sabakwa Noma 3.
Poseidon. It wasn't a Sabakwa Noma 3 Poseidon, it was a Poseidon.
Okay.
And that was Platinum Select because it has the emblem on the back.
But
But
you're
those
right.
were Swiss made. And okay, I get it. But I don't know. I you know.
So
to me,
I want to be like completely transparent with you, John, and everybody that's in the chat right now. I don't deny my collection. I enjoy every watch that I have. You know, each one of these watches have a story for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I will say now is, to me, and this is just, and I can't base this off of everybody, man, but to me, some of the main players in the game are kind of sitting back now because they're like, okay, what is the direction are they going? What are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got a feel for it. Like that hype that we have for the cruise and stuff like that, I don't even know if we do have a cruise, is everybody gonna be on board with it? You know what I'm saying? Some of the major collectors, like they may or may not come on, because I'm telling you, the conversations I've had in the past month with people, they're like, what is Invicta doing? Like it's like they're catering to a new crowd, a new demographic now. This, like, they just said, to heck with y'all. You guys, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's like they've gone back to, we're going to introduce entry-level watches, and that's all we're going to do. But yet all of us that have been around for years that have, I mean, we went through that entry-level phase. And so there's, I mean, and that's not to say that there's not people that collect over 5-10 years, that's where they stay financially or whatever it is. And I mean, but if you don't address and look at your collectors as a whole, and you focus in on, okay, Magnums are too expensive to build and too complicated, we're just gonna not do that many of them, whatever it is, Sea Hunters or whatever, I mean, I don't know, you're excluding a whole set of your, what I would consider your bread and butter customers that are evangelizing for you.
Bro, and John, how fun that is, man. I'll tell you what, anybody that was a sneakerhead, but before we had the internet, man, all you had was word of mouth. What store was gonna have what Jordans, and you was there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, y'all, those new 11s coming out, man. So, like, where they gonna be? All right, I gotta go to Roseland. I gotta catch like 6 buses, and I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, catching this bus all the way. Oh, I'm talking about so far west to where I'm not even supposed to be over there because I wear the wrong colors. I don't care. I'm getting these shoes, and then I'm gonna come back as fast as I can with these shoes. I hope, pray that I don't get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like that, it was the fun of the hunt, like trying to go out and grab that. Now you have taken that away from your premier, and I'm gonna say like your veteran customers, not your premier, but your veteran customers. That like, okay, we're sitting here, we're plotting. You like, how many times have you guys had your tablets or phones set up, and you like, okay, you're going through, and you press in the filter button, like, all right, let me see what's new coming out. Boom. Oh, Invicta got some new, and you see the price $39.99, and they just price that there so you don't hurry up and buy it. You know what I'm saying? And sell it out before it can even debut. Mm-hmm. And you're waiting, and as soon as they drop the price, boom, you hit go, and you good to go, right? Mm-hmm. We did that on the cruise. We did it at pop-up shops. It was just the thrill of knowing that hey, I'm getting a premier piece. They only made so many, even if it's not number limited. I know, like, Invicta was big on that, like, because there are a bunch of pieces that never came back yet. They just don't make anymore. Yeah, and it's like, man, like, but now some of those old ones that they bring back is cheap. It's just like the Twinkie. The Twinkie used to be good. I used to love Twinkies. You couldn't pay me to eat a Twinkie right now. Well, the fact that I'm trying to lose weight, but the taste is the same. It don't taste the same. That new Twinkie is trash. It's just not good, man. And these are the conversations I'm having, like, with you guys now and the collectors. Like, where is Invicta going with some of this stuff, man? Like,
well, I mean, I remember, and it was a Heritage. So I remember when it came out, there was a Heritage, and I can't remember which one it was. I don't know if it was the SAS or a Venom or something. I think it was a Venom. And, it was like a limited of 300. And literally, I saw it coming, and I was like, okay, I'm waiting. I'm refreshing. And I bought it like 20 minutes before it hit the screen, right? And the prices hit, and I bought it. And I remember calling in, and before I could even get on air to talk about it, it sold out. It was like, I think they talked about it for like a minute and 12 seconds, and they were gone. And it's like, I mean, to me, and that's the point. You have a following that will buy these watches, and now all of a sudden you just go like, Well, we know you really like the Swiss made label and everything that goes along with it. Yeah, but that's just too much work for us, so we're just not going to do it anymore. I don't know.
But I'm like, you got to think at some point that's going to hurt you. Or maybe they banking on the fact that like, hey, you know what, we got enough of these smaller watches that where like we can offset, you know, because based on what Kendi says and those guys, the Pro Diver is a big seller, and that I guess that's what's carrying Invicta through. Even though we buy some of the Venoms and all them other pieces, which Venom is another top. They said the Venom Elegant is a top seller out of the all of
Night DD.
What Venom gone? I mean, Nightwing gone.
No, Dickerson.
Oh, all right, DD. There's some pieces, man. Like, come on, man. Like, honestly, it's not like I'm asking you for, hey, AL, I need you to cater to me and me only. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna make no money off like that. Like, hey, I just only got like 2 or 3 people that's gonna buy a Platinum Select Invicta. No, you have. There's different tiers of collectors, and if there's nothing else proven, Mark Hines, that man put his information out there, his biz out there. That man spent over $240,000 on Invicta watches over a 2 or 3 year period.
Something like that, yeah.
Quarter of them, and that was just from one store. That was from Shop HQ. That's not even counting Invicta stores.
Yeah.
Bro, or him going to an actual Invicta store up in Yonkers. So I'm like, this dude is spending maybe what $300,000 on watches, you know, over the course of his time doing it. But he's only been a collector for 3 years. Think about this, bro. He has everybody beat. Even, I mean, and Pete from Florida, Pete says he has 2,000
whatever,
and Pete's been collecting for 7-8 years or 6 years or whatever the case, 6 years. And if he does have that, it will be him, Mark Hines, probably Brian Jackson, because he spent a lot. Muhammad. Dude, like I mean, you got people, singular people spending to where like I can stay afloat just off of these 3 guys right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're pushing the company forward. But I'm like, overall, I'm like, don't do that to us, man. Don't put us in that category. You putting us in the box, or just, hey, deal with it. Why?
Yeah.
Like, why do, and then the other parts of that is, you got a show called Invicta Specs. People come here to watch you spec and do all you spec out on your Invicta watches. I got the lifestyle, which started out as the Invicta lifestyle, right? I just call it lifestyle because there's more to my show than just Invicta. But most of, 90% of the time, you're going to see a watch. Or I'm going to talk about a watch or how we came together for a watch. So you got free advertising going all over the place, man. And I still said it. You know, I emailed them and told them, I said, hey, I greatly appreciate you guys allowing me to wear a watch before anybody, for at least 5 days, before anybody was available to the public. I love that. But I will say this, and this is a fact. How many cruises have I had people come on just because, like, they've never heard of a big cruise and they came on? I had my whole family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came the first year, we brought 4 people. And there were 2 other people on the cruise that came there and said, hey, we on the cruise because we saw you, we heard you talk about it. That next year, there were 4 times as many people. And this past year, forget about it. Like, I just stopped. I don't even count it no more. I'm like, there was probably 100 people on that cruise that, like, 40 of them approached me in one night, going to the nightclub, going to get something to eat. I had dang near 40 different people coming like, hey, man, I'm here because I saw your show. I heard about this cruise to you. I Googled vacations, Carnival cruise, and your face popped up. I was like, really? My son told me that. He said, he did, man. He said, I want to get some information on what should I bring to the cruise. So I typed in Carnival Cruise Line, and your face popped up. You were the first he said third and fifth name, like you had all these videos, and then I'll go through that and recommend me to another video. So I was like, shoot, I know how the crew's gonna be. I know what to bring because my dad is over here talking about the Invicta crew.
Yeah.
So you, like I said, and I again, I will never say or look them in their face and say, hey, you know, I don't appreciate this watch. I do, but in comparison, if you want to look at it, it's kind of lopsided here. And all I ask for is to be treated like, you know, treated fairly. I don't want to be stuck to wearing like some watches that you throw out that you think anybody, like some disposable watches. I don't want that. Yeah. I mean, the only thing like now, bro, it'll be for me. I would much rather get a Jason Taylor piece because every Jason Taylor piece comes with a card, number limited, and this, you know, it's certified. Because I saw Nightwing said diamond, you like when you buying diamonds and stuff like that, it comes with some type of certification. Why can't we get that on some of these? Like if I spend, I say even $8.99 on a watch. If you got that watch right now with that R150, that should come with papers. I'm just being honest. It should come with papers. Say, hey, this watch is certified. You are, or at least having a card in there saying you are a certified collector for model number 34669 or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask? I guess it is.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah, I mean, I think this year is going to be interesting to see where it goes. I think and that's going to be across the board of a lot of people, company wise, of what's happening, what's going where. So, yeah.
I was looking at Vic. I want video proof.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, you're doing subs now, bro.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yeah, Nightwing. I agree. I think some of these watches should come with papers, man. Yeah. And now, you know, I recommended that when Ryan was asking for like, hey, email me with your ideas. That was one of the ideas. I said, you know, some of these watches should come with certification. I believe, like, I like the dog tag thing when they sent with the military. I also think that, you know, on some, if the military piece that you get is over $200 or over $300, I think it should come with the dog tags and an actual coin with Invicta signet on one side and then the U.S. stamp or whatever respective unit mode of the military. So if it's Navy, they should have a coin in there, and that should be a certification for it. I told you, remember when we was doing that Q&A, I said they should have a Batman and Joker dual pack. They should have both of those together in the same case, in the modified dive case, and you should have either a comic book in there or some type of, you know, statue or fixture to where, hey, this is an official piece. This isn't just a play to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things. I mean, that's why I say to people around AL, I'm like, come on, man. Y'all, I mean, the daggone Gladiator was a great idea. It was. You know, I'm like, seeing it, the thing just killed it coming out. You know, I'm like, but honestly, man, like, you should put a coin with it, or like, matter of fact, it's like something like this. Put a coin with it. It's not too much. I don't think it's too much to ask, bro. You can make a blue label coin. You know how dope that'd be if you bought like a diamond piece, a diamond blue label piece, and you got a blue label coin or something, like some blue label jewelry or something that went with it. I think that'd be nice, man. It still should come, like, all those diamond pieces should come with some certification. That right there, I think, will tip the scale, because you got to think about the people that says they've been screaming it for years that Invicta is an inferior watch company. They said Invicta's not worth 2 dimes. You know, like you know that I've argued with other YouTubers about Invicta. But now here we are. Some of those things that we argued over, I'm like, what's that emoji?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, what you doing, man? Like, this cannot be the future of, like, this can't be your legacy, bro. Like, and as a customer, I don't want to be forced into just, I mean, I'm set if I don't buy another Invicta, bro. Honestly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I've got more than enough.
Bro, I mean, it is what it is, man. I can go get another, if I really want a Swiss made time. I found a company that do tourbillons. It's too small. It's a 42 millimeter, but it's actually a Swiss made tourbillon for $1,500. I was like, man, it's nice. I saw it. This YouTuber he had it. It's real nice, decorative, but I just can't, man. It's too. I'll wear it. I got a 42 millimeter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you.
I don't think I could. I mean, I probably got some old watches that are probably around that size. That, I mean, it looks like trying to read the date on a penny to me. Yeah.
That's 42 millimeter. That's actually going to be a giveaway in my show. Y'all heard it here first. I'm giving this away, man. I'm gifting this to somebody when we do the contest. We're gonna have a contest, whatever.
Cool.
But what I'm looking for is non-collectors.
Right.
Because there's people that get on the show that don't, they don't have an Invicta watch. And some people like I really don't want to go with a big watch. So I was like, let me grab this 42 millimeter, man. So
yeah,
I don't mind giving stuff away, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Well, hey, C-Hunter shirt too.
Oh yeah, cool.
Jumping off, bro.
Yeah, it's I've yawned about 6 times in the last 3 minutes, so I think I'm about hit my my limit.
Okay, so I'll see you in the morning about 6:30, right? We're going live. We're gonna have breakfast together at 6:30 in the morning.
Yep. That's a once in a lifetime event, man.
Your boy's on. What's his name? Invincible Mike. All right, bro. With that, tour guide, I thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Everybody else, man. Much love.
Appreciate it, everyone. Have a good night. And with that, I will hit the button. And until next Wednesday or the next video, everyone, enjoy your Invicta timepieces. Take care.